October 21st, 19 World Series. Tug McGraw and the rest of the Phillies go wild on the field of Veterans Stadium. Maybe the most glorious moment in the history of the vet. Earlier this year, a sad moment when Tug McGraw passed away. And now another sad moment. March 21st, 2004, Veterans Stadium will be no more. This is a look inside Veterans Stadium as they're getting ready for an implosion that will take place in less than 1 hour. Here now is a live picture from the Holiday Inn where we are right across the street from Veterans Stadium. Take a good look. It'll be your last look. Make this part of your memory because it will be no more. When you come over the Waltman Bridge, the Veterans Stadium will be gone. Get ready for the implosion at 7 o'clock.
Now, live, CBS3 EyeWitness News.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Larry Mendte. It is a day for history.
I'm Beasley Reece, and it's a day that will be remembered around here for a long time. There are thousands of fans outside, everybody excited about seeing so many memories, remembering those memories as they watch this Veterans Stadium go up in, I don't want to say smoke, but in ashes and concrete in the air.
And certainly in dust. There will be some dust, and here's what we can tell you. It is, we're told, a good day for an implosion. There was a little bit of rain overnight. That should keep the dust down. They're going to test the air quality after the implosion, but you know what? We can talk all about that in 1 second. We want to tell you about our coverage for the next 3 hours because we have got you covered. Let's take a look at who we've got covering this today. Bob Kelly, there he is. Up in Chopper 3, he will be over the implosion scene. There is a spot called Implosion Command on Packer Avenue, and that's where Robin Mackintosh will be live today. That's not it. We aren't done yet. We have a couple of other reporters also. Karen Scullin will be with evacuees. She is actually in the Holiday Inn right now, down in the ballroom. That's where they've asked evacuees to go. And Dick Standish will be out in the neighborhoods with fans who have shown up to watch the implosion. There's one whispering a memory in his ear right now, live on television. And not only that, 4 reporters, Beasley and I up here in the Holiday Inn, but we have cameras all around Veterans Stadium, 9 to be specific. Let's go through all of the cameras that we have. This is right across the street at the Spectrum. If you go to the Spectrum and you see the Rocky statue and you look straight up at the top of the Spectrum, that's where this camera is. That is going to be one view for the implosion. This camera will be live for the next 3 hours and for the most important moment. Now let's go up to Chopper 3. We can show you another view of the implosion. Now, there are some air restrictions, of course. We got to keep back a little bit, but this is a pretty good view of the implosion as well. This is from Chopper 3. We also have Bob Kelly in Chopper 3 who will be doing some commentary from up there during the implosion. Now let's go to Implosion Command. This is on Packer Avenue. This is going to be an important spot during the day because this is where all the dignitaries, including John Street and the president of the Phillies, Dave Montgomery, and also where they're going to actually push the plunger down for the implosion. It'll be right here from Implosion Command. You're going to hear a lot of speeches from here over the next couple of hours. Now let's go to another view that we have of Veterans Stadium. Tell me where this one is again. This is our traffic camera. That's actually our jam cam, another view that we have from there. We have a camera also on the Waltman Bridge. We have another camera right next to me here at the Holiday Inn. We have this camera here that you're looking at, which I'm going to step out of the way. We have a total of 9 cameras, and we have one exclusive camera that we can't show you just yet, but we are going to show you throughout the show, an exclusive camera at Lincoln Financial Field, one of the stadiums that has been built to replace Veterans Stadium. For the Eagles. We have an exclusive camera there from the Eagles' nest with an amazing shot. We'll be able to show you that by 7 o'clock. So, there you go. We have 4 reporters, 9 cameras, Beasley, Reece, and myself. We have you covered for the next 3 hours, especially that most important moment right up at 7 o'clock for the implosion itself. Let's go through what's going to be happening right before the implosion. This is the schedule of events for the day. At 6:40, the ceremonies begin. That is going to be on Packer Avenue. At 6:50, Mayor Street is going to speak. Before him, some of the Phillies dignitaries will be speaking. At 6:55, the ceremonial blaster will be introduced. And just this morning, we found out it will be ceremonial blasters. There's going to be 2 people. There's been a lot of speculation as to who it's going to be. We don't want to give away any surprise. We don't really know. But the speculation from everybody, at least in this room, we took a vote. It's going to be Steve Carlton and Mike Schmidt. We'll see if we're right. At 7 a.m., the implosion happens. Take a look behind me for 1 second, and you can see Veterans Stadium. There is an opening that faces Broad Street. That is where the implosion is going to start. Then blasts are going to go off almost like around the clock, and it's going to fold clockwise, and we're told it's going to take 62 seconds. 62 seconds for this entire thing to come down. It's going to go down like a circular deck of cards, or maybe dominoes that are put into a little bit of a semicircle. That is going to be how the vet is going to come down. I'll tell you what, if you want to get down here at this point, don't even try it. First of all, everything's packed, and there are road closures as well. You can't get near this place. Where you are right now is the best place to watch this, unless, of course, you have your own chopper, which Bob Kelly happens to have up in Chopper 3. Bob.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, everyone. Not yet, exactly, not to rub it in, but I probably do have the best seat in the house. We're hovering live in Chopper 3 over the... Larry, you talked about air restrictions. The flight restrictions for Philly International don't go into effect till 6:45, so we're up here dodging the jumbo jets as they come in to Philly International. We have to stay off to the... I should say the west side of the stadium, but as you did mention, road closures in effect. The best spot to be right now is right where you are, so fill up that coffee mug, and I'm going to show you why. Sunday morning, the day, the vet comes down, and if you think you'll be able to pull over and get a roadside view of the implosion, forget about it. Shortly before the implosion at 7 a.m., the Schuylkill Expressway will be closed in both directions. Police will shut down the expressway between Passyunk Avenue and the Walt Whitman Bridge. The Walt Whitman Bridge will also be closed and all traffic diverted to the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. Now, if you're thinking about a view from I-95 passing the stadium, it's closing too. Same time, shortly before 7 a.m., I-95 will be closed in both directions between the Girard Point double-decker bridge and the Walt Whitman Bridge. Penndot tells us they're going to be on standby just in case any debris from the implosion happens to land on I-95.
We'll have some sweeping equipment and some cleanup equipment should it be necessary.
Now, even earlier on Sunday at 5 a.m., the area surrounding the vet will be closed to local traffic and spectators. It includes Packer Avenue between 20th and Lawrence, Lawrence between Packer and 95, 20th Street between Packer and 95, and anyone thinking about staking out a spot in FDR Park, that won't work either. At 1 a.m., Philadelphia police will sweep the park, making sure there is no one in the area within eyeshot of the demolition. Also, one other thing I want to talk about, no Broad Street subway. The subway is not going to run south of Snyder Avenue once the implosion takes place. Of course, they'll check everything out before they reopen all of those roadways. But the best spot to be is right where you are with our 9 cameras. We're live above the stadium here in Chopper 3. I got a full cup, a full thermos of coffee, a full tank of gas, and we're ready to go. Larry, back to you in the, on the ground.
All right, thanks a lot, Bob. I'm being told in my ear right now we have our first look inside the stadium. We want to go right to that to find out if there's any last-minute preparations going on right now. Here is the camera from inside the stadium. Boy, Veterans Stadium, there are so many memories. This is not one of them. Veterans Stadium, just a shell of its former self. All the seats, all the paraphernalia taken out. As you remember, earlier this year, it was sold in an auction. This is all that is left. That's what the vet is now, nothing what it used to be. And it's all going to be coming down in less than an hour. And one of the best places to watch the Veterans Stadium implosion will be from Packer Avenue. That is where the reviewing stand is, or we've been told now It has a fancier name, Implosion Command. Robin Mackintosh is standing by at Implosion Command. I like that, Robin. What's going to happen there?
Yeah, this is the front row, as the man says in the commercials. We're about 1,400 feet away from Veterans Stadium, and this is the command center for the operations this morning. As you can see behind me as the sun comes up, lots of people showing up here. This is sort of the VIP area. Everyone with that special pass that gets you into this front row area. As we can see, marching down Packer Avenue, what could be more Philadelphia than the Mummers? The Mummers are here, along with Mayor John Street later on this morning. Many Phillies regulars, some standouts, including Greg Luzinski, will be here. And Mayor John Street, as I said. Mayor John Street will be saying goodbye to the vet, along with the thousands of people who surround the stadium at this point. I began my career here at Eyewitness News in 1971, so the vet was built in 1971 and finished, so we have a lot in common here. Hopefully, we're not looking for a twofer today. We only need one implosion today, but this has been a busy place all day outside Veterans Stadium, even before the sun came up. As the clock ticked down to its final moments, Veterans Stadium seemed to know its fate as it sat brooding in the darkness. By 5 a.m., police swept the streets and sidewalks surrounding the stadium, keeping the curious away, while those charged with bringing the pictures of what 3,000 pounds of explosives can do to a landmark in a minute or less worked to send those pictures to the homes of Sunday morning early risers.
Well, we want to pay respect to the vet as we did all last season. It's going to be an emotional day, though, because yesterday I came up here about 4:30 up in Wilmington, and people were parked up and down Broad Street, walking around, taking pictures and getting family shots, and it hit me then that this is cruel, to take this place down, because, it's got a bad rap recent years, but there's a lot of memories of that place that we'll never lose.
In the minutes before the 7 a.m. implosion, the Phillies will hold one final tribute. The stage filled with Phillies greats, Mayor John Street, and a still secret mystery imploder, the man or woman who will press the plunger that will signal the end of an era. So as we take a live look at Veterans Stadium, we understand now, as Larry said, there could be two imploders out here. Right now, the police have cleared off the entire area as we get ready. Just 1,400 feet away, the front row for the implosion of Veterans Stadium. Stay tuned. That story live from Packer Avenue. I'm Robert McIntosh, CBS3. We'll go back to you, Larry.
All right, thanks, Robin. We'll be back to you in just a little bit. If you know the area, we are on Packer Avenue. He is straight down the street. We're at the Holiday Inn just up the street from Robin McIntosh, and we're on the 6th floor where we are right now. Down below us in the ballroom is Karen Scullin. She is with some residents from the area who have been evacuated. Karen.
Well, that's right. These evacuees are people who may or may not be affected in terms of their homes by the implosion itself. Now, several here are here to have a little breakfast at the Holiday Inn. Others are here simply to watch the big event. Some folks we talked to, they're very anxious about their homes, very concerned. Others are just sad to see the stadium go. In any case, people are deciding whether or not they're going to watch it right here on CBS3 or if they're going to actually go outside to watch the big event. Again, though, everybody pretty excited, looking forward to seeing it happen. But again, some people very, very sad, say there's a lot of memories there at the stadium, and they're sad to see them go. Reporting live, I'm Karen Scullin, CBS3 Eyewitness News. Back to you, Larry.
All right, Karen, thank you very much. We now want to go outside. That's one vantage point down in the ballroom. You have the best one right there, but some people have been starting to gather. We were told since last night to watch this implosion. Dick Standish is out with some of them right now. Dick.
Morning, Larry. Not very far from where they imploded the Philadelphia Naval Home. Some of the neighbors wished that contractor would have been on this job, but let's show them to you. We're talking Eagles green. We're talking Phillies red this morning. Whoa! Now, happy mood here. A few minutes ago, though, we found fans playing taps.
My brother put some shirts together for the occasion. The Veterans Stadium, the implosion shirts, special made for the occasion. On the back, you can see.
The day they blew up the vet.
So we wanted to make sure we have a memento on the occasion.
Grew up here watching the Phillies, watching the Eagles, Pete Rose, Mike Schmidt, Steve Carlton, Wilbur, Randall, Reggie White, the Tugger. All of them.
This vet is a piece of memory. This is Philadelphia. True Philadelphians, this is part of their heart. That's the reason we're out here. It's part of our heart.
Phillies, Eagles fan, what?
Oh, Eagles, Phillies, everything. Every Philadelphia team.
A lot of good times.
You gotta believe, Tugger. You gotta believe. I love you.
Tugger passed this year. That's the very latest from 20th and Hartramp. We'll be over here all morning. Some animated, excited vet goers. Dick Standish, CBS3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Dick, thank you very much. We want to show you now just a picture of the old and the new from the camera we have at the Holiday Inn. It is out with the old at about 7 o'clock, 45 minutes from now, and in with the new. Citizens Bank will have its opening day this year. The Implosion scheduled in 45 minutes, and there is the brand spanking new Citizens Bank, the new home of the Phillies. The Implosion taking place right next door. Weather was a big concern today. They said the only way they would delay this implosion is if there were extremely heavy winds or if there was a thunderstorm. But from what all we've been told, it's a good day for an implosion. Carol Erickson has more on that. Is that right, Carol? Good day for an implosion?
Well, it is this morning. If they were going to be doing it later on this afternoon, that would be a problem because our winds will be higher. But right now, out at the airport, which is so close, as you know, to Veterans Stadium, the winds are out of the west about 10 miles an hour. So anybody to the east of that is going to be looking at some dust, and that would be primarily the river and also portions of I-95. But since they're closing down a section of that road right at the time of the implosion, so a lot of that cloud can go in that direction. The winds right now, again, about 10 miles an hour. We did have a trace of precipitation. Maybe that could wet down some of the concrete from that marvelous Veterans Stadium. As we take a look at live Mega Doppler 3, you notice that there are some showers that have moved through. They're in New Jersey right now. We also have a few that are still up towards the Lehigh Valley. May come through, but probably not at the time of the implosion at 7 o'clock. It would be nice, though, to have a little dampening as the actual implosion went on, just to keep some of that dust down. Temperature right now, 50 degrees, so it's a relatively mild morning. Overcast. Again, those winds, which are key today, out of the west, 10 miles an hour. As we take a look at temperatures all over the area, we're looking at readings that are in the 40s towards the Lehigh Valley, 50s in New Jersey. Our temperatures dropping today, so you start at 50, you end up at 45 by later on this afternoon. Partly sunny. Those winds that are 10 now go up to 25 miles an hour later on. 7 a.m., I guess, if you have to take the vet down, is probably a good time weather-wise to do so. Larry.
All right, Carol, thanks a lot. I'm here with Beasley Reece again, one more time. There it is. Take one last look at Veterans Stadium. It is going to be gone within the hour. We have a live picture now of crowds gathering to see the Veterans Stadium come down. And as we've been telling you all morning, don't worry about coming down here because you have the best seat in the house where you are right now. Coming up, Beasley Reece will have some personal memories of Veterans Stadium sports moments. We have some viewer emails talking about their sports moments and their memories of the vets, and also some of the concerts that have been at the Veterans Stadium. That's all coming up.
I will think about the vet with warmth in my heart every time I think about Veterans Stadium because as I say, because of the people. This is a building, and because of the people that work here and that played here, it's a place that I will never, ever forget.
The great Harry Callis giving a personal memory of Veterans Stadium, and Beasley, we can't go throughout the next couple hours without also remembering Richie Ashburn, who was his partner up there.
Absolutely. Whitey, such a memory for Harry and all the Philadelphia fans, and I'm sure he's looking down on high at what's about to happen here. I'm trying not to get emotional.
He's not going to miss the implosion as well. We have a countdown clock, as you can see. It is now under 40 minutes, actually under 39 minutes until the implosion. But we were talking about memories. Everybody has them. Sometimes they're these big sports memories like Tug McGraw. But for most people, they're very personal memories. And many of you shared your memories with us. Listen. It was state-of-the-art when it was built, a ballpark that would hold generations of families for over 3 decades. But the vet didn't age well, despite being joked about and insulted in recent years, people are now getting wistful about the end of the vet.
Some of the critters going in the ceilings, and maybe the smell of the beer on Monday mornings.
And there are the good memories, too, for Joan Toner of Wynwood.
My fondest memory is meeting my husband, David. We both worked for the Philadelphia Eagles. We did work in the vet. It was our office. It was our home. During the football season, we had a big Philadelphia Eagles wedding.
For Ernie Moretti of Yardley, it's the first Fan Appreciation Day 33 years ago.
They escorted me down, down onto the field. Then I seen my name on the board. And
Ernie had just won a new car, a Plymouth Fury.
I never won anything that big.
Everybody, seventh inning, you're seeing baseball history.
Years later, he was at the vet when Pete Rose broke the Major League record for hits. Ernie caught it on camera. Later, a friend had Pete autograph it for Ernie. And it's not all sports memories. Music provides the vet memories for many. Jim McMenamin from Norristown goes back in time.
Seeing my first concert there, the Genesis show. And we went inside and saw the show, and the Flyers were across the street in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Last year was the pinnacle of it all, seeing the fireworks. Knowing that it was the last display that would be at the vet.
And there is the 1971 opening day memory emailed from Ed Leiden in Ocean City. He was there when the first ball was dropped from the helicopter, caught by Phillies catcher Mike Ryan. Ed writes, "It was the beginning of many spectacular events." And now, in the final hours of the vet, Michael Harris emails us from Feasterville. It will be a sad day on Sunday to see a place where our parents were kids. To see it no longer there as you drive down 95 will be something else. You getting misty yet?
I'm trying not to. I played a half dozen games in the vet, and you think about it as a player, all the wonderful memories watching the fans. It's going to be hard to see it go.
But for many of us, like we showed you with that piece that you just saw, for many of us, it's not the big sports moments. It's the memory of a father. It's a memory of a son.
Absolutely.
A lot of weddings, probably a lot of breakups happened in that building behind us, and now it will be no more. And this is why, take a live look from inside Veterans Stadium. This is where the implosion itself is going to begin in just about 35 minutes. That is the site of the first blast. From there, it's going to come down clockwise. Again, we have 9 cameras, including Chopper 3. It is all going to happen in just a little bit. We'll have much more on Veterans Stadium and the ceremonies when we come right back.